If you're building with SQL Server today, you already know all of the awesome capabilities that are there in the engine. And you also already know the language, the tools, and the skills that keep that SQL Server running and running well. With Azure SQL, everything just continues with that knowledge because Microsoft SQL is built on the same core engine, which means all of the things you already know automatically apply and you can carry forward as you move to the cloud. What you might be less familiar with is that Microsoft SQL has really been innovating over the past couple of years, including modern capabilities that help you build applications, integrate with analytics and AI, take advantage of RAG, vector indexing, semantic search, all of this while continuing to work with the same SQL foundation that you already know. And you're not relearning how to write queries, manage schema, or debug performance. That consistency is going to lower your effort to move workloads into the cloud, Azure specifically, and let your teams focus on improving the applications or modernizing the applications and infusing AI into them instead of just adopting and adapting to a new platform. It's also going to make it easier for you to modernize over time, whether that's adding more cloud services, expanding your analytics capabilities, or exploring some of these AI-powered enhancements. But with Azure SQL Database Hyperscale, we really changed everything up and made it even better to be cloud native. And Bob, what really makes it different?
Yeah, thanks, Anna. Within the Azure SQL family, Hyperscale is a service tier designed to grow with your application. It's the same SQL Server engine, but the underlying architecture is different. That's what allows Hyperscale to dynamically scale with your application's changing demands. A few things come to mind as I think about this. Storage and compute are scaled independently, so you can just adjust resources without being locked into a single sizing model. It's designed to deliver consistent performance as workloads and data volumes grow. Availability is just built in, helping production workloads stay online during unexpected events. The result is a platform that can support your business from startup to enterprise without forcing you to plan around infrastructure limits. Now, for any database, security, performance, and availability, the meat and potatoes, there's foundational requirements. Within Hyperscale, these capabilities are just built into the platform and work together to support modern, cloud-native, and AI-assisted applications. On the performance side, Hyperscale supports up to 192 vCores and log rates that support high-throughput workloads. Availability is just built in. It's built in with redundancy, automated recovery, including a 4.5/9 backed SLA. Security protections are just part of the platform, including identity integration, encryption, and governance controls.
And by the way, underneath it all, Hyperscale runs on the latest Azure infrastructure, including modern AMD EPYC processors. This helps deliver strong price performance efficiency for transactional workloads without requiring teams to manage hardware themselves. Bob, let's take a look at what this actually looks like in practice.
Consider like a company like maybe Zaba Lending, their lending company. They specialize in loan eligibility, like really fast loan eligibility. And they've got all sorts of typical loan types that they support. What they need is a database platform that just scales to their business. They can start kind of small, medium-like, and then grow larger as their business demands grow. They want to make sure they have a database platform that gives consistent performance, no matter how many users are going to hit their systems over time, but they just want to use a single database platform to do that. And their website looks something like this for their customers. Here's what's unique about them. They want to also have an internal operations website dashboard to support the employees that power this company, with all sorts of different support for transactions like account reviews, risk exposures, branch activity, payment processing. They want to do both of these things all in a single database platform. So they definitely need something that's going to give them all the things we talked about for security, performance, and availability. What I'd like to show you is that when we deploy a hyperscale database in the Azure portal, it looks a little something like this, in this case for Zaba Lending. Now we have these concepts called provisioned or serverless. In this case, we're going to provision 32 cores, but look at this, we can scale up to 192 vCores with plenty of memory. We'll just start with 32 and a built-in HA replica, which gives us zone redundancy and high availability. What I love about Hyperscale is a concept called named replica. We can put read-only workloads in a separate configuration for provision cores less than our primary. Now, security is very, very important to this company. We have all the security features they need, like auditing built in, ledger for immutable operations, data discovery and classification, dynamic data masking, Defender, And look at this, data encryption, not just with customer managed keys, but also with versionless keys. So as key rotation occurs, Hyperscale automatically picks this up. Hyperscale has everything this company needs to power this application, again, for security, performance, and availability. What do you think, Anna?
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, that looked great. And by the way, if you tune in for more of the videos in this series, you'll learn how Bob actually built the final end-to-end solution. Really, the key takeaway here is that Azure SQL Database Hyperscale is designed for the demands of modern applications from small to really, really large. Whether you're building AI-powered experiences, powering SaaS platforms, or working with data-intensive applications, Hyperscale provides the foundation to support evolving requirements while maintaining operational efficiency. So it's really a cloud-native database architecture that helps organizations take advantage of the new capabilities and be future-proofed without changing the way that they work with SQL. Thanks for watching. Check out the link below to learn more.